Let's take a look at some gameplay. It's Centiskorch versus Decidueye. Hey everyone, two more from the Sableyes. I'm here today with Blake. How are we doing, Blake?
I'm doing great, thanks Mitch.
That's good, and we are recording ourselves some gameplay live on twitch.tv/thesableyes, so if you're interested, jump over there on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. We do some streaming. We are testing today Centiskorch up against Decidueye, so this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Heads or tails, Blake?
I'll take heads as always.
Heads it is.
I'm gonna have to twist the table to see that one.
That's
Looks like
probably
I got it there.
That's probably the most fun that you can have in tabletop sim, is throwing the dice. So whilst we are laying out the cards here, since we are into some new set testing, if you do like this kind of stuff and you want to see more, then please consider subscribing. There's a button down below that you can click to do that, and also jump down to the like button as well. You can give us a like so that more people see the video. Thank you very much to our follower there, whose name I literally just missed. I will just, oh my god, I feel so horrible. It's a
Give it a quick look.
Thank you very much for the follow. Here we go. I did mention that now was the time to start putting in your follows and stuff on Twitch, because you're going to see it. Now, you were going first, Blake. Off you go.
I am, yeah, I just had to quickly remind myself to stop stream sniping you.
Preferably.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, so, what do we got here? Alright, we're going to start off with a Pokemon communication. Well, I should actually show it to you before I chuck it back in there. We got the Decidueye. I'm going to pop him back in, and I think we'll just get a baby boy Rowlet.
Sounds
if we
good.
can find him.
So
We
just
got the brand new one.
whilst you're doing that, just a couple of hot tips for people if they're interested. These are things that weren't. I don't know if they were featured in my my little guide to tabletop, but like there's a lot of little shortcut keys, like flipping cards. It's just the F key. Shuffling is R. You can rotate things with Q and E. Just FYI, if you are playing on Tabletop Sim, and you're more than welcome to, because I mean this particular table is up there on the Steam Workshop that you can subscribe to and play yourself. So definitely worth having a look at. But yeah, there's lots of little shortcuts to learn.
Okay, and I will still a wish. Let's see
Sure
if I can
thing.
get that right without accidentally giving you a bunch of cards.
Dealing cards out.
Because when we last recorded, that's exactly what I did, was
That's
just
okay.
give Mitch tons of cards that he was not interested in. Okay. I think I'm just gonna grab a card that discard here. I think the Switch is the card that I'm least attached to in this Stellar Wish pile here.
Fair enough.
Then, like I mentioned, I will
Just
quick
that
ball
one away.
away. We'll go back in, and I think we'll find ourselves a Crobat.
Crobat. How many cards in hand? 3.
An excellent new support Pokemon for these decks that really do care about holding onto their
holding those cards.
resources.
Yeah, exactly.
In the past, you have to throw away this hand, and there's some good stuff in here, chat. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where like it makes those stage 2 decks just that tiny little bit more consistent. Crobat isn't like Dedenne. You're not going to throw away those rare candies and stuff, so that's definitely good.
We're gonna pop this this turf field, and I think we'll just grab ourselves a Decidueye.
A Decidueye. Just move those dice.
And then we will pass the turn.
No worries.
Now, I might have gotten some rage in chat for my pronunciation. I love to pronounce stuff wrong on purpose, so that.
The name Decidueye is a classic that we've had for a long time. We're going to quick ball here. We're going to grab, I think, the Volcanion, because that seems like an important card to have.
I know he didn't
Vmax
prize both, chat. We are in trouble.
So we're going to welder.
He's even got a welder for it. Oh no, not one but 2 energy. Crazy.
So
Did you
that
shuffle?
seems pretty good. Did I shuffle? I don't know. Tell you what, I'll put these 3 back. And I will, that's 2. And then this is the 3rd one.
So I don't
think I did. Yeah, no, I'll shuffle. Sorry about that. I've been so used to playing on PTCGO, I just completely forgot.
Does it for me.
Yes, sir. Okay, now, can you remind me, Blake, what does Decidueye actually do? Can you tell me the text? Because
So
this seems like something I would
Decidueye
know.
for a grass and a colorless does split arrow, and it does 90 and 20 to 2 benched Pokemons of your choice on the bench.
And what's the ability? Is no Vs and Vmaxes, right?
No V Pokemon and GX Pokemon.
Okay, so this is useless.
So it categorizes V and Vmax under the one tag,
Yep.
which is just V.
Fair call.
I can't remember what card that came up in the rulebook, but I remember Vmax is a subgenre of V in regards to rulings. So.
That is.
Oh, gross!
Oh.
I'm not a fan of that little blue boy.
I don't know if it's worth it. I'm. Ha. He.
Ha hee ha hoo.
I'm gonna attach to this Volcanion and then
How dare you?
detonate. And we will draw 6 cards.
He's beefing it up, chat. I'm not a fan.
Then we will throw down this Wonderlab.
Ew.
And now I'm in a position where I kind of like. I need to find myself a switch card. I think
he's missing the
I think to
switch.
do that, I need to.
The Heatran will just not let go. It just keeps coming back.
He just wants to be here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 switch, 1, 2, 2 scoop up nets. So they're
Like
all
a clingy
here. The
ex-girlfriend
gang is all
just
here.
refusing to let go.
The gang is all here, but I have prized one of my Volcanions, so that seems pretty good for you, Blake.
Yeah, but all it takes is one lucky grab and you're back in business here, so...
Let's go for the Stellar Wish. We'll give it a bit of a shuffle, and we will go for the cut. If you're looking for a way of making your Stellar Wish slightly easier, then you can... actually, what I should do is I should show this on camera, and go to the right here, and then cut to 5. There it goes, 5.
Make sure you drag it to the right-hand side,
Click
not the left-hand side
and
when
it'll
you
give
click
you a little,
cut.
Yeah, it'll give you a little pile of 5 cards. Pretty solid. Give me a switch! Thank you.
I mean...
That seems pretty good. Pretty happy with that. We will switch into the Volcanion. And then, because we have 3 energy on it, we will High Heat Blast for knockout. I think that's fine.
Seems fine.
That seems fine to me.
Seems fine.
So yeah, this is a really interesting matchup because I obviously do have outs to knock out Decidueyes, but I don't have outs to knock them out forever. So if Blake manages to get himself like a bunch of Decidueyes into play, I might find it very, very tough to deal with this. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
This turn's so hard because of that Wonderlab.
Yeah,
like
that is such a good card in this matchup. I'll throw that out there. So it's a good card in a lot of matchups.
Because right now, like, one of my best plays is honestly like using Birdkeeper just so I have the free attack. But the silly Rowlet doesn't attack the active with its attack, so I can't even weaken the Volcanion. So it's almost like a waste altogether to swing for 60 with this thing. But it's literally the only attack I could declare unless I get lucky off the Birdkeeper and draw into a replacement stadium.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
So it feels kind of whack at the moment.
Awkward.
So actually, you know what I might do? I might go for another Capture Energy.
Yep. Give yourself a bit of a thin.
Yep. Bit of a thin.
Give it a thin.
Little thinny do. Oh, okay. I think we might grab a replacement Jirachi.
Okay. 60 to 1 of the benched Pokemon. That's fine. I can live with that.
I think we shall Birdkeeper into our Jirachi here.
Sounds good. That's probably not an unintelligent play. And 3 cards.
Just checking 3. Yep.
Switch 3. Your active with one of your benched and then draw 3 cards. It's a pretty good card. Like, switch and draw 3. It's not quite as good as Welder, but it's still pretty solid.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
It's just fine. Okay, got no other search to do, so we'll pop Stellar Wish.
Sure. Sounds good.
Go to 5. Cuts. Search. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very concerned right now. I'm very worried. I'm
not sure why.
I've done all I can to stop you from doing anything, but I'm still concerned.
I might just grab this Pokemon Communication.
Sounds good.
And then...
And just shuffle that bad boy up.
shuffle them up.
It's a big old hand you got there.
I kind of don't even want to like invest in the rare candy because like the rare candy Decidueye just can only be punished here.
Yeah.
So I'm not even ready to attack with it yet.
That's
so
fair.
I feel like just
a pass.
Just a pass might be the safest.
Dear.
I think
is it
so.
a pass?
I think I'll pass.
All right, no worries. We'll draw for turn. I will play down a Centiskorch because I am going to be able to get a knockout with it on the Crobat at some point. We'll attach the Heat Fire Energy. Now, how many cards you got in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10 cards in your hand?
I believe so.
That's
yeah,
obnoxious.
I got 2 blocks of
let's get that. Let's not do that. Let's not have that many cards in our hand. And then whilst you're shuffling, I will research. So we'll bin those 2.
Click and drag,
and
please.
Give me
help
7
me.
fresh ones. And we'll see what we can do here. I think this is pretty much all that I realistically need. I'm just going to High Heat Blast, knock out the Jirachi, and presume that that is going to be enough.
Okay.
That's pretty much all that there is to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Just do this and we'll draw. Okay. We'll attach a grass.
So there's the energy.
This is the hardest part of the whole thing, by the way. If
Yeah.
you're curious,
If
chat.
you're watching it,
Just
watching it at home,
trying to stack
the cards on top of
energy
each
without
other.
making an actual proper stack, which just bunches them all together and makes it impossible to see. That's the tough part.
It's pretty bad. Oh, pardon me.
I can't remember how many this plays, but I'm going to quick ball away another grass here, because that's the card I'm most willing to part with at the moment.
Sure thing.
And then, tell you what, there's a lot of variety here. All I see is it's Jirachis and
It's Jirachis and Rowlets. It's almost as if those are the only cards that the deck really needs to play.
In its opinion.
In theory. In theory.
And we'll switch in a Jirachi because you've gotten rid of that goddamn Gandhi, and the deck only plays one, as I'm sure you're aware.
Deck only plays one rare candy. That's obviously not right. That can't be right.
It is.
Are you serious? It only plays one? Why?
No, I'm joking. I'm exaggerating the fact that I have not been able to find another one. That's a good card.
Oh my word! Oh Rosa, that is a good card.
Okay, so
you haven't supported yet. No.
I think I'll dare to play it.
I reckon that's a pretty good idea, Blake.
But the problem is,
but you've still got the Wonder Lab in play, mate.
Yeah, the Wonder Lab's in play. So like,
Oh no.
Ooh. I think the turf field is what I'm gonna.
You're gonna grab the stadium.
Here.
Well, that gives you access to like another like stage, whatever you call it. What's it called? Dartrix? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What just happened there? I just clicked some buttons and chaos ensued.
So the grass will go to hand. I'm gonna replace the stadium now, and I'm gonna go back in and grab out another Dartrix because I'm gonna play the long game here, and that's. And then we'll. Yeah. And yeah.
And yeah.
And then shuffle them up.
And
then
them up.
For the third turn in a row, we're gonna leave a Jirachi in the active to die.
No worries. Okay, well, now I can use Giant Hearth and get rid of that.
Stop!
And then I will burn away a Centiskorch to do some searching for some fire energies.
Give me the stadium for once, sir.
Never! And then I think, is it worth weldering, or do I want to be a little bit more creative? Is there any creative accounting that I can realistically do here? Probably not.
God, I hope not.
It's like, jeez. Hey! Hey! What are you doing with that? Oh, you're moving it to the proper loss zone? Fair enough. Let's get that over there. What I will do is I will welder these 2 fire energies down onto this Centiskorch.
Yes, I'm not getting bossed.
That seems fine. So we'll put that into the bin.
Hey!
Yeah,
hey
almost
there,
went
hey
into the
there.
hand. It's kind of hard to move those around. Well, that seems pretty solid to me. I can evolve into Centiskorch Vmax. And then what?
Then what indeed?
Then I think I'm gonna Fione.
Yep, there's only one thing to do here.
So we'll flip that, put that onto the bottom, and then I'll switch into Centiskorch. Get this out of the way.
I think you're only doing 160 at the moment. I think. No, I don't think you've touched this turn.
Have I? I've not attached, haven't I? Yeah, you're right.
No, that heat energy was from
So
last
I am
turn.
all right. So knockout for those two, and
Okey-doke.
we'll see how we go. There's the Volcanion. I mean, I hope I unprize it soon. Managing to unprize that Volcanion is actually really, really big news.
Why would you do that to me?
Just leaving the Dartrix in the one pile by itself.
Yeah, Dartrix the lone wolf. Will Stella. Almost went for the search there. That's
tried to click and drag and accidentally picked up a prize. Sorry about that. The camera, this shot's like, oh, Mitch is trying to take prizes over here.
Okay.
Alrighty. So here's Decidueye. Forest Camouflage is a pretty good ability, but it's kind of reliant on combos to work. So I'm not feeling it. Scoop that up. Sounds good.
Gonna get all up in your grill here.
Get your energies off my energies. Now I have to move all of my dudes around.
And then, to make matters worse, we're gonna Marnie. So
Marnie?
This is actually not as bad as it seems.
This is actually a pretty easy interaction. So what we'll do is we flip, shuffle them, place them on the bottom, and then I draw 4, and you draw 5.
Could get rid of that half, but I think I'm out of stadiums and deck, so it's a bit troublesome at the moment.
Bit awkward.
We will go with the split arrow, and we'll do 90 to the active, 20 to the Volcanion, and we'll do 20 to the Jirachi.
Sounds good to me. Where is a 90 dice? Is that... No, that's not a 90. This one's a 90. Alright, draw for turn. We could potentially be in a pretty solid spot this turn if things work out. I will need, however, to get a tiny
this might need to run
lucky.
Vitality Band, so that one snipe plus the split arrow is enough to do 100 for the knockout.
Let me pick... Okay, retreating those 3 energies.
I see.
That's what's happening here.
Yep.
So I
maintaining the heat energy.
Keep that
Oh yeah,
one.
by the way, when you used your attack, did you accelerate the mandatory energy?
Oh, I did not. Let's see if there was one to accelerate. There was, so I need to have an
so
extra
you should
roll
have
then.
one. You should have one extra.
That's okay. I did forget to do that. Sorry about that. Oh my god, just put it.
He's done it. He's done it.
Just everything getting stuck. I'll deal with you later.
We'll come back to you at a later
I'll deal
date.
with that later. I'm going to get rid of this Centiskorch. We're going to search for 2 fire energies. So I'll grab those out now.
I think this Decidueye might need to play Crushing Hammers too, so you're not always high heat blasting for the bonus effects, because this really can't deal with high heat blast at all.
And then we will get the Jirachi Stellar Wish. We'll cut into the top 5 cards, and we'll see what we grab.
So for people watching, you're seeing the weakness of this deck, which is if your opponent plays any way at all
Of
to
dealing
deal
with
like
it.
100 damage with a non-GX or /V Pokemon, then you're probably just gonna beat Decidueye. But if you don't, that's when you're in trouble town. So you're gonna scoop up and then use Jirachi for the Pokemon communication.
Get the comm, absolutely.
And I'm assuming that's gonna grab out the Heatran that I put back in the deck.
The Volcanion, yep.
Oh, sorry, yeah. That's the one I meant.
That's okay, I knew what you meant. And then
I'm gonna shuffle for you.
that's alright, and then I'm gonna very quickly use Eldegoss to grab a Welder, which will attach those 2...
More like a Weldergoss.
Those 2 fire energies to this Volcanion.
Alright, that is
3.
the game.
And then take a knockout. That seems like a pretty solid spot to be in.
Pretend like I was able to deal with this first Volcanion in the first place, but that is the ball game.
That's pretty much it. I will move
And
these cards off
mean that
here.
in every possible. I mean that in every possible way, because not only is this the last Decidueye, I prized like double Rowlet. I think.
Oh my
Because
goodness,
there
that's
was
horrific.
no other Rowlet in the deck.
That is
So,
horrific.
how many energy do you have on the Centiskorch?
There's 2 on the Centiskorch.
And it has 3 retreats, so you can just attach retreat.
Yeah.
And like, gross, that thing coming up is so relevant.
And that's because
it's
you,
annoying.
because you told
And
me
there's
that
a
there was
heart
an
to-
energy
and
that was
there's a heart
supposed to
to
be
play.
there. Oh
Oh.
no.
I was gonna be like, oh, I can boss up the Centiskorch, and then if he can't retreat, then I can maybe do something. Maybe I can do something, maybe. But no, I think we're just gonna scoop it up
That's
and
alright.
not waste his time here.
Because of course
Yeah,
I did
double
Rowlet.
Rowlet, a Ziggy to help. Oh, okay. So we play a Zigzagoon to help manage damage, but I've prized the one that we play.
The one that we had. That's
yeah. So my scoop up nets were pretty dead, except for the lone use of Pop and Jiraachis.
That's okay though. That's okay. Whoops, why am I shuffling this upside down? Let's shuffle this the right way up. And Blake, would you like to go first or second?
I mean, I'll start again. I had a good start. It's just I had that one turn where Wonderlab really screwed me over, and if I just held on to the
held a stadium for a little bit longer, it
held
wouldn't have been
that
so
turf
bad.
instead of putting it down and preemptively grabbing the Decidueye, probably would have been fine. But no, it just held me back a little bit, which hurt in the end. So we got a mulligan here.
Well, I'll just put that one off the top there, so I'll definitely be taking that one. In fact, why not just put it into your hand, Mitch? That seems like a good idea. Got that for later. So yeah, I think both of these decks have a lot of potential. I really like Centiskorch, but Centiskorch does have the problem of being one of those decks where you kind of have to go all in onto one attacker.
It's a bit all in, yeah.
And if you're
this is one of the few matchups where you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of the Volcanion.
And I'm sure it's probably one of those ones where you can be a little bit more creative with your Volcanions at some point, but it's always awkward.
You know, when I've been looking around at how other people have built this, I saw Mahone's listed this that plays the Zacian V as the support Pokemon. I gotta say, I agree with that so much because you just do nothing at the end of your first turn here, and
it's pretty sad, isn't it?
I completely understand why you would opt to play Zacian, because drawing 3 here would be pretty nice, especially when you're trying to set up a stage 2. You need a large hand size
get some extra cards for it.
Tell you what, we'll also chuck in the Zigzagoon.
Sounds good. I think your deck's upside down there, Blake. I think that's why the cards are coming up the wrong way, but that's okay.
Nah, that's not it.
That's fine. It's not it. It's not it. You sure? You sure? Because they're upside down.
Is it right? No, I think it's Crobat. I think it's Crobat here.
Oh, there's another one that's upside down. I'm just going to do this for you.
Nah, that's fine.
There you go.
No need.
And
then I think I'll just Crobat for Trey.
Crobat for 3, fair enough, sounds good. I'm actually very interested to see how this Birdkeeper deck does against some of the other stuff that's floating around. We just had a comment in the chat saying that it would be very interesting to see how this Birdkeeper deck will go against ADP Zacian. Could potentially be a decent matchup, but I'm not sure. It seems to be. I think it's one of those decks that might pop up every now and then when you're not expecting it.
Okay, I think that's gonna do it.
That's it.
Yeah, well, currently, like, there's like a Duraludon from Rebel Clash that does like 100, and then it has a first attack that does like 30 and accelerates. So if you ever want to just beat this deck for free, you could probably just play one of those, and then that'll probably get the trick done.
It'll probably just do the job, yeah.
Yeah, because it end up one-shotting Decidueyes after the GX attack, and then you take 2 prizes. Oh goodness, he has both immediately.
Yep.
We're in trouble.
The only chance you had is lost.
Yep. I bet he's even got Welder because he's a madman.
I haven't got Welder yet.
But he's already got the Flare Starter, which is scary enough because it just powers up both of those things that I hate.
Both of the options here are pretty good. I was about to do that shuffle. Thank you very much. 6 cards. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Nothing too great here. I mean, it's a good hand for later. That's what I'll say that much. It's a good hand for later. Let's Flare Starter. We'll grab ourselves 3 fire out of the deck and attach them to... I think I'm just going to put them all on the Volcanion. That seems like an intelligent placement.
I mean, you can put one on the active as well, I think.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I can never remember how this works. That seems like a pretty solid place to be. because Flare Starter can go anywhere that you like. So yeah, this seems
cool.
This seems good.
I was one draw off of getting the attachment.
Isn't
which
that
would have been relevant. That's
always the way?
crazy how it'd be like that, and then
Sometimes
I
it
think
do be like that.
we're just gonna let rip with this research that's in there.
Oh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff going away. Thinking about Decidueye potentially for the POG tournament that's coming up. One of our chat members, Counter Money, is thinking about that. Fair enough. Some text like Baby Buzzwole, Nihilego, maybe even.
I gotta tell you right now, I feel like if you're interested in participating but not in winning, then I would say if you feel like an early exit, this is definitely the deck to go for. I think.
Or to be fair, we don't know what the best list for it is, and there's a good chance that we're not playing the best list. So. It's not the end of the world yet. Here comes a switch from Blake. Gets the Jirachi. Right. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Grab the quick ball. That seems pretty good as well. Discards the money.
My money.
The money.
Oops. We'll grab another rally boy.
Sounds good. I can't decide whether my voice is getting better or not, or whether it's getting worse. Because sometimes,
just then.
Because sometimes, sometimes it feels like it's getting better, and then other times I sound like I'm a prepubescent boy.
No.
Is it my turn?
That's my turn. Yeah.
Go for it, me. Oh my goodness, this is a disaster. We've got a Vmax, which is good.
That's good.
That's good. We got a quick ball. That's also good. But we have not managed to find, would you believe, a single energy in this deck of Pokemon cards.
That is crazy.
That is bad. So we're going to grab ourselves a Dedenne. It means that the welder in our hand is of no use. Is it worth playing any of the cards that we currently have? I don't think so. They go in the bin.
Yuck.
Dedenne. 4-6. See what we get here. Oh, look at that. A whole bunch of energy, but no welder. Oh, it's really good. Oh, if only I could use... If only I could use something like Eldegoss.
Like a boss or something.
If only I could use like an Eldegoss to get that going, but alas, it was not to be. There is no boss.
Hey, there's an Eldegoss in your discard pile, Mitch.
Yeah, no, I did notice that. I did notice that. So that's unfortunate. I'm just going to High Heat Blast and take knockout on the Jirachi. That seems like a fine play to me. Should be fine. Should be fine. We'll see. We'll see.
Yuck. Gross. God,
Got the energy.
I hate stage 2 decks so much.
Not going well over there. You're going to research getting rid of a whole bunch of useful cards. Oh, rare candy. That does suck. That is unfortunate. At least it's only one.
Where are the Decidueyes and the turf fields and the Pokemon communications? I know I used 2 Pokecoms early, but I haven't used any turf fields yet. It's insanity.
Disaster, man. Disaster.
It's so bad. I hope it's not fat. It's not fat, so we'll just retreat for one. Waste that attachment.
That sucks,
dude. And then we'll Stellar Wish. I mean, this is just reasons. This is a demonstration. Like, I would name this video "Reasons Not to Play Decidueye."
There's 101 reasons. 45 minutes of reasons to not play Decidueye. Oh, he's got one. Now all he has to do is attach again and switch again.
You go back.
Go in back to the deck with you. That was quite an efficient way to drop those cards into that pile there, Blake. I'm proud of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm so scared you're gonna have the boss. I don't even want to grab the Decidueye. I just want to
I just want to play it super safe.
You could just like kill so many of my precious little birds before they do anything worthwhile. Screw it. I just need to get the Decidueye.
There are 60 reasons not to play Decidueye, Blake, according to chat. Unfortunately, they are the 60 cards that are in the deck, so...
I'm right there with you. I'm gonna rare candy here. Shuffle from the Pokecom. And then I'll pass, leaving a Drutchy in the active for the 7th straight turn in this matchup.
Well, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, I am not going to be able to take a knockout onto that Decidueye this turn. So it lives.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
What a
I
world.
am going to welder an energy onto this Centiskorch.
Mm-hmm.
If I can actually stack these up, that would be great. We'll grab 3 more cards.
Yeah.
Hey-ya. And then I think I'm going to attach the Heat Fire to the Centiskorch as well, because I don't think it's going to come up the Volcanion, but I will need the Centiskorch to take a knockout on the Crobat, so that seems fine. I'm going to quick ball here, get rid of the Centiskorch V, because I don't see myself needing one of those anytime soon, and I will grab this one for later. Don't need him now.
I love that full art. Centiskorch is one of my favourite looking new
right?
Pokemon. I'm glad it got a good artwork on both of its cards.
We'll just use High Heat Blast for the knockout.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Good choice. Good choice,
Good
sir.
choice, sir. Yes, excellent. Excellent. Taking
What
the
will
knockout.
you
Well
be
done.
partaking in this evening? More knockouts on
prizes?
pheasants?
Prizes? Yes, please.
Oh, what a top deck!
There it is.
Let's go.
There it is. Should have evolved one of the others into the thing before. Oh, he's got a second rare candy. This is absolute madness.
Because I was literally about to research away like a second rare candy. I was like, I hate everything.
Goodness. All right, well, we're attacking here, Blake. You are doing something.
The problem with this deck is that, like most of these decks, it just has no way whatsoever of like stringing together attackers without just asking for time, please, please, from the opponent.
Please.
I'm gonna drop the Ziggyzag R, and we're gonna put 10 on the Volcanion at the back.
Sure thing.
And then we will decide. It's a shame we lost Counter Gain. It really is a shame we lost Counter Gain. Counter Gain would be so relevant for this deck. Because it's always behind and it has a colorless cost. But alas, doesn't matter. We're going to do that. We're going to slap this thing for 90 and then we're going to put 20 on this gigantic Weedle thing.
This massive Centiskorch.
This large beast.
Well, now that you've had that for a turn, I don't like that anymore.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for allowing me to have it for a bit.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
There's a fire energy which I will use. I will welder onto this Centiskorch and draw 3 cards. And now I'm in a position where there's a lot of interesting things that I could potentially do.
That sounds promising.
I'm going to attach a Heat Fire Energy, and I think I'm going to put it onto the benched Volcanion.
I hate you.
Because I think that annoys you the most. Because I can see your line of play there is gust and knock out both Volcanions at some point.
No!
But I feel like this is probably the best way to go. I could even switch into the benched Volcanion now as well, but I don't.
I tell you what would be great
doing.
is if I could threaten an attack next turn, regardless of what you do. But that's just
you could actually get a knockout with Dartrix with Razor Leaf. So I'm gonna switch.
Oh, Razor Leaf!
I'm gonna switch into this Volcanion that now can't be knocked out by anything really, and I will High Heat Blast for knockout. Thanks for coming, Blake, by the way. Thanks for being here tonight.
No worries. It's always a pleasure.
I really appreciate it. So it is important as well to note that the reason we're testing this matchup is because we think that it's worth trying to see whether it's possible to win with the Decidueye in situations like this. Now, I think we've comprehensively proven that it's not fast enough, but if Decidueye was able to beat Centiskorch with only 2 Volcanions, then it could have been a little bit more of a threat of a deck. But I think at the moment, and I'm sure that Blake would agree, it's probably not.
Indubitably.
Probably not. Not at least in the way that we've built it. At the moment, the list that we currently have is a bit rough.
Alright, we'll drop a Capachar.
Yep, sure.
What? That was nowhere near it. Why would you do that?
It's alright, don't worry about it. Just leave it in the pile, it's fine.
Yep, everyone knows it's gonna die, so...
there it is.
Let's grab a Jirachi.
Sounds good.
What are we looking at here? What's the deck look like? You looking good? How you doing? You doing alright? I'm doing fine. Okay. what do we go for here? Do we try buy a turn with like a boss, or do we just like do something standard? It's
Buy a turn
tricky.
with a boss or do something
It's
standard.
I notice you've been using Giant Heart for a single energy a turn, which leads me to believe you're running low on energy.
That would be a reasonable assumption to make. There are a lot of energy in play.
Yeah,
but
you've
I also
got 3,
can't...
5, 7 basic fires, and I assume you play the full 4 heat
Yeah, but
fire
I can't
energy.
search for the heat fire, so I've probably got 2 of those left.
Yeah, so you can still attach this to retreat. So I don't think the boss is going to work. I think I'll just chuck down
Go for the
Rosie. Rosie can grab that specified grass that I like. I'm going to grab a scoop up net because I want to... And Pokemon... A Darty boy.
Dartrix. Sounds good. Alright.
Okay,
those go to your hand.
I'm gonna click somewhere else first.
Yep, sure.
We'll scoop him up, and we'll put it back down.
Yep.
We'll put, I think 10 on the active.
Sure thing.
And then I will Stellar Wish.
Stellar Wish sounds good.
And
no worries.
Grab a switch just in case. And then we'll pass the turn, and I'll try and sort out this Decidueye shenanigans over here.
Well, don't worry, just put it in the bin, would you?
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, dude.
How dare you make the correct play?
It's your turn. You got a lot of energy over here. I got a lot of attackers. This is a good time.
I've got no basics, so I'm just gonna shuffle over there. Good. I'm gonna boss up at the Dene.
Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna pass.
No worries. We'll draw for turn. Oh, look at that. We just top decked a switch. That's great. I had an energy in hand anyway, but whatever. We'll take a knockout. Seems fine.
Aha, you fool. You've fallen into my trap.
Straight into the trap. Oh no. Oh no. What's about to happen here?
And now I cannot knock it out.
Now you can knock out neither of them.
I'm going to do 9 to the active and 20 to that, and there'll be 10 off of both of them or something. But...
Yep, 20 over here as well. That's alright. Whatever it is, I'll draw a card, I'll pop the Fione, and then take a knockout with whichever option...
Whichever thing makes the most sense.
Whichever one is required at the time. It's unfortunate, those prizes are not necessarily great, but I mean... The entire deck didn't really do too much for you there, Blake.
Yeah, it was just a poor matchup. Yeah. Anything that has a non-GX Pokemon is a poor matchup, it seems.
Yeah. But we've learned something, right? We learned what would happen.
Yeah, I think it also just needs like something else. It just needs something else other than Decidueyes to do. Because if like for some reason that doesn't work, then like you're in Trouble Town, obviously. So.
Yeah. Well, exactly. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Blake, for coming along today and allowing me to absolutely stomp Decidueye.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime.
Sounds good, and thank you very much to you for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, then please consider subscribing. Click the button down below to do that. On the left, there are some videos that YouTube thinks you'll like, and on the right, there is a playlist for more Darkness Ablaze testing. Apart from that, we'll see you all next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.
Bye.